All right, we're going to talk about these fragments because if you're like me, I was not able to finish or continue finishing getting the ESME, the Dancer Legendary, which was a part of the Fragment event calendar. I had good luck with Mad Hatter, but I just couldn't get through Dungeon Divers. I just couldn't do it. Absolutely could not. So what am I going to do with these fragments? Am I going to be able to get more fragments? What can I do with the fragments if I don't get more fragments? Turns out there's a pretty cool system that I did not know about. I've got a bunch of boxes to open. Hopefully I can get this really amazing character mod. If you haven't done so already, link in the description to download Raid Shadow Legends or scan the QR code here on the screen, and be sure to use the promo code Monkey King, one word, in the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends so you can get Sun Wukong, and if you log in for 7 days, you will get Alice the Wanderer. So what happens with all these fragments? So like right now, I'm collecting the ESME fragments. I don't know how to say your name, but I got 25 out of 100. And it turns out that I did not complete a lot of these fusion events, like a whole bunch of them. And there's a way of converting them into fragments into these chests. And initially I thought, well, if I only get 25 out of 100, you know, I can't finish the event. I can't go through and get all this stuff. Well, I'll be able to get more later. And it turns out from reading Reddit, it's like if you miss too many events, you're simply out of luck. And you get to stare at your 75 of 100 in the fragment summon screen forever. If you're just a few short, player will offer you a pack containing the missing fragments, but it's at a pretty exorbitant price. For a mediocre legend like, I don't know that one right there, but that must have been from the past, but also certainly not be worthwhile. So I had all of these fragments from other events because I've been playing the game for about 5 months, and there was a bunch of them, and I was able to convert them into fragments and for me to open chests. And I think this is a good deal for me. And when it comes to ESME, now right now I don't have the button to convert. In fact, I don't have the screen, but basically there was a lock button you could see right here behind me, and then there was an exchange button. So I went through like all of those ones like ESME that I didn't finish because I've been playing the game for 5 months, and there's been, you know, an event going on almost on a monthly basis, and sometimes I get 15, sometimes I get 25, whatever. And I was able to convert them to get shards. And the thing about this is it's not reversible, but I'm going to operate under the assumption for me personally that I'm not going to be able to get more. And these are only the ones that are part of the event. So like if you look at the rest of these right here, so like this is a mythical. I don't have a way of converting this one right here. This is going to be for the Chimera, and this is the mythic. Then we've also got right here, this is a character from the Doom Tower, you know, and so on. Mithrala from Hydra. I can't convert these. The ones that I've been able to convert were the ones from the events like ESME, where it's already done, it's already gone, and I don't know if more are coming. And so I went ahead and converted all of them into these chests. And I think that's going to be a good deal for me because like everybody has different characters that they really want. And for me, this looks like is a must need. It's a must-have character for my roster, and I'll tell you why. Mostly because the passive is nearly identical to Doom Priest, and Doom Priest really doesn't do that much. Other than this part, remove one random debuff from all allies at the start of this champion's turn. So that's why Doom Priest, I have to go back and look, but I think it reads almost the same. And there's more! Place a 15% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn at the end of this champion's turn. Great. Now, Doom Priest has a heal that goes off every turn, so it's a little different than that. But a revive all down allies. See, this is bonkers. This is the kind of support character I need for so many different places in the game. Chimera, Hydra, so on. To be able to have that cleanse mechanic that happens passively every time she takes a turn and have a revive all dead allies, that's fantastic. I mean, there's characters that have revive all dead allies that are going on teams just for that. And there's more. Well, you get allies defense equal to higher than their attack. When they get revived, they get a 60% defense buff from them 2 turns. And I think this is all allies on the board. And then this is all allies on the board. If they meet this condition, then they get an increased attack. Okay, and then it keeps going. Attack all enemies. Has a 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns. So that's going to take away their positive effects, essentially. Then increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Also heals all allies by 20% champions max HP. So I'm using Godseeker or something like this to be able to extend the positive effects. Seems super important. Then right here, attack an enemy. 50% chancing of seeing decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. So that is similar to that like of Rector Drath. Also has an 80% chance of placing an increased attack buff on the ally with the highest attack for 1 turn. This character is going to do a lot of things that I really need to get done. And she's going to be able to do things that I'm taking 2 characters into a battle where I can combine all of those mechanics into 1 character. So maybe I could add another damage dealer or something like that in Chimera. You know, I'm trying to make it to the end of 65, and so I'm loading up supports with Geomancer. I'm just trying to make it 65. Well, maybe with this, I'll be able to drop one of the supports and run 3 supports and 2 damage dealers, and then go to the next level of combat. This is a character that I think will be very important for my account. Seems very good. So I've converted these fragments, and like I said, when ESME event ends, my understanding is that it will convert and there will be a lock button and then an exchange button. But right now, while the event's running, you can't do that. So I went and converted all the other ones that I was just sitting on little fragments from the past, and I was able to get these chests. And you can only open 10 a week. So last week I opened 10 and it reset just a couple hours ago. And I just currently opened up 10 of them. And I am getting a ton of these fragments for mod. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I got some chickens and some brews. And I think that's all great. But right now I have reached my weekly limit. So I've got 1 right there. Now I'm sitting on 14 out of 100. I did get some stuff as a consolation prize. But I do want to go over what is in the chest. We can click the button right here. These are just like basic things. It looks like we've got all the books. We could have got, you know, even a legendary and epic book. The hams are super valuable. We got chickens, we got brews, and then we've also got the superior potions, but mostly what I'm looking for, fragments. So I've opened up a total of 20 of these, and I have 1 left, and I'm sitting at 14 fragments. So missing out on the event right here and not being able to complete it, but yet this does give me an incentive to participate in some of these events that, you know, let's say I'm happening to need to upgrade some of my gear right now. And, you know, I am saving, but I need to upgrade gear. So why not get some fragments? You know, like this right here, I'm a little bit short, but maybe I'll actually want to push through to the 4,700. I'm at 2,000. There's another one running right now, which is the champion training tournament right here. And it looks like I've already done part of it. You know, I'm at 2,200 points. But getting to 3,500 points will give me some fragments that can be converted into those chests. And then eventually over time, I will get that legendary character, which I think is very important. And I just had no idea that there was an entire system over here with under fragment summons, fragment summon to get mod. And these chests, I just had no idea that there was able to exchange. Now, this is not like this right here. This character comes from the clan shop. Doesn't apply to that. And I don't know what happens after I get Yannicka. I don't know. We'll have to find out when we get there, but we're getting close. I think I can get a certain number of shards per week from the clan store. Let me know if this was helpful to you. And if you were sitting on a bunch of fragments, it was kind of a big deal to me. And I was like, I found a $20 bill in my pocket when I got out of the laundry. It's like I didn't know I have all this stuff. I just thought that I had missed out and that I was missing out on her but there's a small, not great, but a small consolation prize for even missing the events. If you haven't done so already, there is a link in the description to download Raid Shadow Legends, or scan the QR code on the screen. You're going to get Tayrel, Rector Draft. You get Rector Draft after getting through level 15, which you can do in the first day or so. But when you first download the game, it's kind of important. Use the promo code Monkey King within the first 24 hours to get Sun Wukong. And then also by logging in for 7 days, you will get Alice the Wanderer, which is from Alice in Wonderland. She's quite amazing as well. Let me know what you think. Bye for now.